Released in October 2011, Battlefield 3 is widely regarded as the best Battlefield game ever produced, getting the balance between all-out war on large maps and engaging close quarters infantry spot on. That being said, not everything lasts forever, and over the years Battlefield 3 became less and less enjoyable when compared to how it performed at its peak. Why was this? Well, the main reason was that a lot of players moved on to Battlefield 4, and then either continued playing the new Battlefield games or went on to other franchises entirely. Some did stay with Battlefield 3, but that meant you ended up with just a handful of servers and a decent percentage of players that were seasoned veterans. Not that enjoyable for new players, and certainly not the same experience. You also had admins banning players all the time on PC, meaning that if you were a regular, you only had a few servers to choose from. Earlier this year though, the Battlefield franchise came to Steam, and that definitely saw player numbers jump slightly. We then had a big breakthrough as EA decided to release Battlefield 3 free with Amazon Prime, meaning loads of new players flooded through the gates, and once again Battlefield 3 felt like the game it used to be. Not so much tryharding or struggling to find a decent game, and a good number of players, lots of full servers, and most importantly, new faces trying out the amazing Battlefield 3 experience. We're not talking crazy numbers with Battlefield 3. The player count on PC appeared to peak at around 500 on Steam earlier in the year and currently sits at just under that. But we then have the Origin numbers on top of that, pushing the player count up to a few thousand or so. That being said, there is another new release that has everybody talking, and possibly something that might open the doors for more interesting Battlefield 3 content into the future. Venice Unleashed is now here, a project designed to allow players to host dedicated servers with full control, create mods, access new features, and completely customise the game. The plan is for Venice Unleashed to be updated over time, and for that reason I'm going to keep an eye and see how it unfolds, bringing you updates and content along the way. Right now though, I'm just sitting back to see what becomes of this project, as it's been in the works for quite some time, but if it does live up to that hype, I reckon it could be a bunch of fun Battlefield 3 content for everyone involved. The most noticeable changes are the high tick rate servers, removal of some flare, no more blue tint, and of course a selection of new modes. With up to a possible 128 players and the creation of new maps through the editor, I think we could see some really nice content into the future. I did actually play one of the mods called Project Reality a while ago, and whilst it needs quite a lot of work, I felt like it brought that super hardcore Battlefield 3 experience that many people were after. Working as a team was essential, and you couldn't just run around hoping to win the game. Strategy was really important, the maps were much larger, and what you could do with a weapon was a bit different, so the recoil was much more difficult to control and such. So it was a different experience, but definitely something that many people would enjoy playing. The gameplay you can see in the background right now is from Venice Unleashed and has been provided by Enders. You can find the link to his Twitch and his YouTube channel in the description down below. It's definitely worth checking out if you enjoy high quality gameplay. I was chatting to him the other day about this new update though for Venice Unleashed, and as he's someone who's enjoyed Battlefield 3 a lot in the past but hasn't really streamed it much, due to him streaming the Battlefield 5 and BF1 when that was more modern, I was curious to see how he'd react to Venice Unleashed. The impression I got was that it isn't spectacular, but it's also not disappointing, so it's just a pretty good update. The menu design is good, you've got the options you need, and it seems like quite a slick operation. The addition of interesting and fun modes like Prop Hunt and Infected seems like a good idea and will provide some content for people, but the main thing that I wanted to see were improvements in regards to the hit reg, the servers, smoothness of gameplay, and of course player numbers. Straight away I'll say that the people who are interested in Battlefield 3 and Venice Unleashed have joined, the servers are full, but is it going to be a complete revival of Battlefield 3? Maybe not, I think that's a little bit too much of a stretch. That being said, it's definitely worth jumping on and trying it out. The servers are full right now, and as it's the holidays, people are playing, there's lots of people on the servers, and there's a good variety of modes on there. We'll also see additional mods into the future, so there might be kind of like a DLC cycle you get with the Battlefield games usually. A big mod drops and the player numbers will spike. The removal of things like the blue tint filter is a refreshing change, and it does make you appreciate how good BF3 looks. Check out the footage in the background, it does look fantastic, and I'd argue that if this game released today, most people would still comment on how good it actually looks. Sure, a few upgrades here and there wouldn't go amiss, but overall it's held up remarkably well. The reason I also used Ender's gameplay is because he's damn good, and even in the few days that this has been out, he's got these nice clips, and it just makes me want to jump on and play. It does look a bit smoother and a bit more snappy. You've still got a couple of problems with hit reg, as you can see with a few of these clips, but overall it's definitely an upgrade on Battlefield 3. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. You can definitely go and play Venice Unleashed if you're on PC. Unfortunately it is PC only. You can go and play it today. It's free to play if you have Battlefield 3 already, if you've got it installed. If you don't, as I said, they were giving it away free with Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime, whatever they're calling it these days. I think you can still get hold of it now. If not, a link to Instant Gaming can be found in the description. You can pick it up for peanuts, really. It's a couple of quid, and then try out this brand new mod, which definitely is worth taking a look at. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.